Nope. Before, again, Tilt the Moose over here, she should be pretty good. But whoever she's about to get into it with it here. No. We're not going to allow any of that stuff here today. Not today, right after Memorial Day. We'll remember some of those fundamentals there as far as, well, they're not deteriorating, right? What's going on here as far as you are fired for sure about this deep field inside of here on what exactly it is. I'm moving a bit fast here, but the single stage relay is a bull coffin, right? Or the Pharaohs. It really doesn't matter, really. The simple parts make this obviously a sun, some kind of gravitational limiter, some accretion disk around the 4-volt charge that makes it a LED blink in such a way. Like, that's a moon. You get that that's a moon, right? Or a sun around a black hole, right? Those make sense. Even a miniature galaxy around the Milky Way, right? Those things make sense to you, M1, M2, M3 in the model. And of course, Fermilab players, there's a lot of us. The more of them you get, or the more of you that understand those fundamentals, instead of listening to somebody that said they had those fundamentals, that was Fermi guy up there, right? There's one of the team at least inside of here. So again, I haven't seen him show up to the leisures, but I've certainly seen Macchiato there on the UV, or what is it, EV, unidentified flying objects. What are the oil crude markets these days on the contracts of the outputs of some of these diagrams inside of here? The diode, this stuff right here, which is just, when you tell me that this is what's deteriorating the system.
IT meetings and lots of coffee.
Boy, do I have some questions.
Security solutions all in one place.
Hopefully you all know my NP by now. I don't even need the cosmic radiation background, right? The CMB back there about some of the numbers, the tech fundamentals under the scale, the object, the area, the 9.8 atmospheres of dealing with what you have here, and you're going to tell me that those technologies are what are deteriorating the system.
Deteriorate yet.
Are you sure it's not the lack that somebody didn't do those correctly, or they were claiming to do it in the superposition at E0 and E1? Right, Maxwellism says fundamentals, how this is done. Fundamentals, tech fundamentals. What is tech? Oh, because it's a computer tech? That means it wasn't Pensrow Nobel Prize today in the thing about why expansion, Hubble's tensor inside here, Ricci's tensor, the economic tension, the words that you should know economically for its vocabulary, given its geometry, its glassware, if chemistry, given the reaction timelines, if those volumes in glassware or plastic were correct, because if you put nitric acid in it, it would deteriorate things now, wouldn't it, given hydrogen gambit? Everything in here to this room before somebody goes E0, E1, computer, right? And that's the tech fundamentals of how programming limits on droids have deteriorated this. Well, you're not wrong in superposition, but guess what? Sure shit not right about doing it.
The software index is down 27-28% year to date. Many of our stocks are down 40 to 50, some cases over 60%.
Again, there's no difference. It's all goes back to the sponge and the no crabby. And the 7 times across history after great extinction level events, the no crabby keeps coming back up. Same little flipper plate, little crabbies, all the same organs in the same places, 6 legs.
Companies are seeing fundamental weakness.
That tech fundamental is going to start to do this in other deteriorated models. New science comes in, it deteriorates the system slightly, or it changes it, right? Copper, rust in quartz, high probability over time. Somebody's going to figure out in that area that there's probably golden rubies in there as well. Very high probability. And that'll absolutely deteriorate you if you don't have that map worked out amongst your own site about, well, we use this building not just as those, but cover the free radiant in Stanford or whatever this building could be for congruency about that. Because at Stanford they teach the school in the system of just saying, well, the value of a Harvard education isn't worth what it's worth, not cut in a bunch of other
more so
things.
on
You
the
can't just
valuation
say that
side.
the tech
When we're
fundamentals
talking
in there are
about
what
valuations
deteriorated
being
it so
cut from
wide
software
swath
from,
across the
they got
board. We've all
highlights
heard
40
this
plus
story
times
before.
forward
Yes, it is a
revenue.
diagram
Now
that
back to
works,
more
some
normal
flood that comes
rate
across
of,
the thing.
someone
But
could
this
do
is
5 to 7
IMF
times
Swift
forward
talking
revenue.
about
I think
Nemesis
these
rocking
valuations
stars
are
inside of the fucking
reflecting
game
a
inside here
potential
because somebody
slowdown
missed
in
it in
what's coming.
Sandbox.
So I think it'd be interesting to see what Salesforce does tonight. But my guess, it's not going to be a dramatic release.
Yeah, Brent, it is interesting to read some of these reports of channel checks. Still solid in the case of Salesforce, but maybe with a little bit less of the historical
Take
Mm-hmm.
upside
it.
before print.
You hit somebody this
they're
morning come
softer for
across
sure.
the board and they
Things
say
are
something like
slowing.
you
You
can't
can feel
predict
the
things in the
tension
short
the
term.
checks that we
Well,
do.
these look like diagrams and
Ultimately,
fundamentals. If
to
they
any
do
point,
this
the stock
commonly,
is
well, she's
4.5
down. She's
times
down
the
forever,
revenue.
boys.
I mean,
That's
it's one of
it.
the
She's
cheapest
done.
spots.
She is
Salesforce
game over.
typically
Well, I've
troughs
heard
at
that
5,
they
so
make
we gone
pingers.
through trough.
It's usually what it
So
does. What do
for
those
us, Salesforce
pingers in the
looks really
Feynman diagram
attractive.
looks like
The
comparatively to
setup
heads
is
and
a
shoulders
difficult one
inside
for
of that
them.
environment
This is
instead
their
of just the
toughest comp of
standardized
the year.
three
Right
phase,
now,
two phase,
so
one phase,
we think
four
the risk
set
is
models.
some of
When
these
this
large
graph
deals,
clicks
they
into
close,
workforce,
get,
or you
brought
got
down into
Uber,
smaller,
DoorDash, and
bite-sized
Ring
chunks.
all
You have
lined
the
up in a
elephant
Hubble's
antelope
deep field about
analogy
how
of-
they're
of-
laying an
of
inversion
cutting
to the market
the
overall of
transaction
that
size
general
down.
world. Hey,
But
Sun
I think
decided it
most
wanted to
investors are bracing,
let off a solar storm.
for
What happened with
a-
this
a-
number?
A guide down,
Up or
and ultimately,
down,
if we don't see that, stock
oxygen,
bounces up
environment,
4.5 times.
how's that
Even if
chemical,
they cut a little bit, I still
physical,
think we've got a
mathematical to
valuation
the
floor
what is
for
energy
Salesforce.
conversation inside of here?
You're a CIO in 2022.